What's up, everybody? King of Fomo here, coming at you with your daily crypto update. So just a quick little life update. I haven't been making videos for the past couple of months because I've recently had a King of Fomo Jr. enter into my life, so that's been all good and well, but I'm really just trying to learn new ways to make videos to show you guys on a regular basis. So we're going to try out some more mobile uploads and see how that goes. So what I want to talk about with you guys, even though I haven't been making videos, I have been killing it with crypto. With the small amount of videos that I've been making, you guys I'm sure have seen, I've been talking about Kaspa for the past kind of about 2 months, and I jumped into mining and I really just focused all in on Kaspa, Pulse Chain, and a couple of other things, but mostly Kaspa. Now that's paid off significantly well. I think it's about 5x from what I started with Kaspa, making our way up to $1 I think soon. We've made some price prediction videos on that as well, but just to give you guys some heads up on kind of what you can do in the Kaspa world, ASIC mining. Now, when I first started talking about Kaspa and jumping into ASIC mining, these things were minimum $15,000 to $20,000 to $30,000 to get. That's not the case anymore. They are significantly more affordable, and they have a very, very easy onboarding method for those of you who have never ASIC mined before over here on Iceriver. So another thing that you guys might not know is getting an ASIC miner plugged into your house can be a little bit more difficult than just plugging something into your wall. You have to really figure out things with electricity, hire electricians, get different equipment, worry about noise control, worry about all kinds of things with an ASIC miner. So one of the things that I did was I looked for different hosting centers, trusted hosting centers that I could buy these $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 ASIC miners, send them to those guys and have them run the miner for me. Now that has been sort of an up and down experience. My first miner is sort of dead right now. It needs to be fixed, but I have a couple other miners that have been going really well. And also with my first miner, even though it's dead, I got ROI plus, even though I was spending about $25,000 on that. So you can imagine how much I've made with that single Kaspa miner, that KS3L, back. You can look at my first video when I first started that. That is fully through ROI, even though it's in the process of being repaired. Now, why should you get excited about this? I know that there's a huge learning curve to getting into ASIC mining, but Iceriver has made it really, really, really easy. So they just recently launched this mining machine hosting process on Iceriver. I think it was about 2 or 3 days ago. So you better believe I jumped in on this right away, because in addition to the fact that they have this hosting center available, they also cheapened the price of their KS3M. Honestly, I think this is the best value machine that you can get right now. Even looking at third-party sellers selling used machines, they're usually selling a lot higher than about $9,000. So like, you can do the math yourself. I think it's about $1,500 per terahash is the math for this KS3M. If you can do the math on any other machine, if you're paying more than $1,500 per terahash, then you might be overpaying for it. I mean, you can account for electricity. You don't want to buy something that's too small terahash, because you're going to be using a lot of electricity for that. So looking at something like the K9, we can talk about the K9 in a separate video, but the K9 is currently going for about $22,000, $23,000, which I think it's a lot. It's a little bit more than $1,500 per terahash, but I mean, you're saving money on that electricity a little bit from that. But I'm not sure if it's worth it. So we'll talk about that in another video. Right now, we're talking about the hosting process right here. So as you can see, their KS3M is still available, so you can still jump in on this. It doesn't say sold out or anything. KS0 Pro is also available. We're not going to talk about that one in this video. The KS1, KS2, and KS3 are completely sold out, so you can't get these things right now. But here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, because they're launching this whole hosting process available for them, I think that they're going to be restocking some more machines besides the KS3M, hopefully the KS3, and possibly even another model. I'm not sure about KS1 and 2, but I'm thinking that they might have something up their sleeves with launching something with a higher hash rate to be able to machine host. So that's what I'm sort of holding out for Iceriver. So let's without further ado, let's get into it. How do you get into this hosting thing? So you can see right here, if we take a look and click right here where it says hosting, it gives you a little bit of information about it. I'm just going to show you guys what it looks like on the back end. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So if they have an app as well, so once you order the machine, you basically, let's go back here. Basically what you're going to do if you want to get in on this, I mean, these machines are $9,000 a piece. So you have two options. You have the delivery model, which you know, it's going to take a while. You're going to have to pay duties on top of that. That's a huge downside to ordering from Iceriver. It comes from China, so you're going to have to pay thousands of dollars worth of duties once it arrives in the United States, if you're in the US or other countries. And so it's going to be a lot more expensive, and you're going to get it later, right? December 15th to December 30th. So I purchased the KS3M hosting model, I think it was maybe 2 days ago. Here we go. So I purchased it about maybe 2 days ago, and while this is loading right here, what that means is they had this up and running within, I'd say, 36 hours, right? So instead of waiting until mid-December, over a month, for your miner to arrive, you can have your miner up and running, making money for you in 36 hours or less. So that's the hosting model right there. On top of that, you're not paying duties, right? So that's a big positive. There is some negatives with that, so we will get into that in a second. But that's just the simple gist of it. Once you get in the system, you send over your information. It is KYC, so you have to send over your ID. And they're going to be doing KYC for you once that's verified and approved. And again, for me, it took about maybe, again, 12 to 24 hours for them to approve me, and then I was up and running right after that. So, you know, the amount of time it says is pretty much how long it takes. It takes up to 48 hours for them to confirm you. So once you are confirmed in KYC, you're going to get a link in your email to go to, let's go to the app here. You can go to the app on desktop, and there's actually a couple more options on desktop that we won't really talk about too much in this video. I think it has to do with like setting up your miners a little bit more easily. But nonetheless, this is what the app looks like, and this is what the desktop version sort of looks like as well. So you can see here that I purchased 2 KS3M models right here. That's the number that I have. The total, over here, it says number of normal hash rate 2. So if you have any problems with your setup, I know with me, for about 3 or 4 hours, I accidentally set up the wallet incorrectly. It's going to say number of abnormal hash rate, and you're not going to be mining anything. That's when you know you have to go to the back end and you know, fix something on your end. And there's really not too much to mess around with that you have to fix. So that's how that works. The hash rate chart is going to be here as well. Now this I have to set up. I think you have to configure some things in the back office to see your hash rate in here. Now you can just go to the pool itself, which is a separate link. I'll show you guys that in a second, and look at your hash rate on the pool website. You know, it's not that big of a deal that you can't see it here unless you're having tons of miners. And you can see the electricity cost balance right here is $408.54. Now that's one thing that you need to keep in mind. For me, it was about $600 I had to pay for my electricity cost for 2 miners, so I'm assuming it's going to be about $300 for 1 miner, and I think that pays for 6 months worth of electricity. They require that up front. There's a I think there's somewhere, I think it's about a $20 setup fee as well. So if you're purchasing a miner, you have a $20 setup fee, and then $70 for electricity for the month is what it seems like it's gonna be costing. And the rate is actually really good. It's it's 8 cents per kilowatt hour, which is a lot cheaper than a lot of other mining farms that I've been working with and sending some of my other miners off to. So that's really, really good. You know, if you can get a cheaper rate than that, you know, go for it. Maybe don't use Iceriver for hosting, but 8 cents per kilowatt hour to me is pretty dang good. So going over to the miners here, you can see that I have 2 miners running. They're running about 6 terahash each, and you can also see this is what makes it really nice for those of you who are sort of newbies to ASIC mining. You have the daily electricity cost. So you can see that for both of my miners, it's $6.53 for a miner power of 3,400 watts. So you know, that's acceptable, right? As long as your miner mines more than $6.53 per day worth of Kaspa, then you're in profit. And that's pretty much as simple as how it works, right? That's how the ASIC mining works. And if that's not the case, then you can just wait for Kaspa to go up in price, hopefully. And that's what, I mean, a lot of people did in the beginning. You can hear people talking in the Discord about how you know, they originally made $3 a day, and looking back now, it's worth $100 a day that they were making with GPUs back in the day, you know, 6-8 months ago when they were mining Kaspa with their little graphics cards. So it can pay off even if your daily electricity cost is over the amount that you're mining, something to keep in mind right there. And they have some other stuff here too, some notifications in case things go wrong, but the app is pretty simple. Like I said, this did not take a long time for me to set up. The only other thing that you have to do is set up your mining pools, and as soon as you get here, what you want to do is on your miner, you want to make sure that you set your address. So you have to really be looking out for that email, because your miner is going to turn on, but you need to put in your address in order for you to receive your coins as soon as you're mining. So really simple process, easy to use. I highly recommend those of you who are newbies to ASIC mining, check it out. Now, the downsides with this right now are two things. Number one, I'm not sure how support is, right? That's the one of the reasons why I went with trying to get ASIC mining hosting centers in the United States, because I could actually talk to support and figure out what was going on, and get things solved quickly. I don't know how support is. I've only been with these guys for 2 days. They do have a support email. I'll let you guys know if they're responsive if I run into any issues. And the other thing that I haven't really figured out, I mean, it's a brand new system, so I'm sure hopefully we can figure it out later. You know, I'm thinking I'm purchasing these miners, so if I want to get them and I want them to send the miners to me, I don't see that as an option on here. So for now, it looks like you have to keep your miner in the miner center. You can probably send support in an email and say, hey, I want my miner, can you send it over to me? But as of right now, there's no buttons in the back office that allows you to stop mining with them and have them send you your miner that you bought, right? So that's the only downside that I've really found with this. All right, guys, that is everything for this video. Hopefully this has been helpful for you guys, especially if you've been watching Kaspa go up like crazy. You know, buy the coin. That's probably the smarter choice to do. But if you want to kind of have some passive income and maybe have this thing pay off for you a lot of people, they were doubting the $30,000 machines. But if you purchased a $30,000 machine 2 months ago, you're in profit and beyond, right? So that is everything for today, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next video. Let me know if this this type of video works out for you guys, this mobile video, because this is probably the only way I'm going to be able to do things while I'm helping King of Fomo Jr. Raise up a little bit. All right, guys, catch you in the next one. Peace out.